Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson with a reminder from my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons. Hey, it's time to have that air conditioning system cleaned and checked. Call Robert Gibb and Sons and ensure your comfort in the heat is set for the season ahead. The air condition season cleaning and check is only $135 for a limited time. So give them a call today and let them know, please, that Hutch sent you. All right, here's a look at what we're watching as we head into the evening hours. Showers, rumbles of thunder behind me, raising the hairs on the back of my neck, I tell you. And all of this is going on in South Dakota. We've got a break yet before things really get going. But if you're in the FM area, we're definitely seeing the onset of those clouds. Here's that satellite loop as we've headed through the late day. Some thicker clouds out in the central Dakotas out here from, say, well, not far from, say, Hettinger and Corson County all the way up into the Bismarck-Mandan area. Some of those clouds have a little vertical extent and some thunder and lightning coming from those clouds. Nathan, hi, good to have you on board. In our neck of the woods, we've got these higher clouds that are drifting overhead from the activity in South Dakota. Nonetheless, this will have an impact on our ability to see much with regards to the northern lights tonight. There is definitely a chance of that. Hi, Murray from Thompson joining in as well. By the way, the light that you see enter on this visible satellite loop is the city lights from Fargo here in the Red River Valley, Grand Forks in the northern Red River Valley. You can see Winnipeg up to the far north. And do you know what all those lights are out to the west? You know what that is? That's all the lights from the oil patch out there. Amazing how much that area has grown. Kathy, good to have you on board. Okay, let's get right to that radar and show you that the storm system really has a low pressure center that's not far from Pierce, South Dakota. We can loop this over the last hour or so, and what you're going to notice is this general circulation around the system. Southerly winds on one side, northerly winds on the other side, meaning the low pressure center at the surface right here in south central South Dakota. It's this system that's going to be making its way towards us overnight, bringing a very good chance of rain. So if you have planted and if you have been outdoors working the garden and the yard, we've got some good wetting showers heading our way. Brian, thank you so much. Thanks for your support of stars. It's a pleasure to have you on board. Terry from Mentor as well. Okay, let's get back to the radar here, and I'm going to turn this over to a local radar in Pierre. Let me go ahead and switch this over, and I do need to switch the radar display over as well. I'm going to go to the Aberdeen radar, and what I want you to notice is that we do have some thunder and lightning way down south, down in that Armour area, all the way down towards, Chamberlain and points south. But look at this, Fort Thompson all the way up to near Pierre. This yellow and orange, just a gully washer of a system working its way very slowly through this area. You can see it hasn't moved that much over the last hour. What does this mean for rainfall in these areas? Let's go ahead and pop this up on the radar estimates of rainfall here and show you that from the storm, at least in this area, we have some areas picking up because it's just getting started, upwards of 3/4 of an inch of rain in and around Pierre, South Dakota. So a very, very wet system is going to be working its way through our neck of the woods. As we look out towards Bismarck, there's some showers and rumbles of thunder, and there's been some rain out there in the Lake Sakakawea area. Here's McLean County as we look off into the Oliver County area. Rainfall there, 0.2 to upwards of 0.8 of an inch of rain in pockets. So notice that the rainfall amounts are not widespread as far as the heavy goes, but there are pockets where these heavier showers have developed, and those areas are picking up some appreciable rain showers. Let's get to the forecast model, shall we? We'll show you the latest on this with the latest model coming in. Boozoo, Stephen, thank you for joining from Monoman, and thanks for the appreciation of the updates. Watching from Trail, says Kim, good to see you on board as well. Okay, here is a look at a high-resolution model, and you can see the little curl of rain on this model down near Pierre. So it's what we call initializing quite well. This forecast model, not too bad on the onset. Now let's see where it pushes that little curly Q as it moves out of the Pierre area, and when does it move into our area. So here we go. The Z time you see there, it says the 2024, the 5th month, the 15th day, 01Z. Okay, that is Greenwich Mean Time, and it's a 24-hour time. I'll just tell you what time we're looking at here on the forecast model because that isn't changing for some reason. But essentially, we have low pressure that'll be expanding across eastern North Dakota, and by the time this is going to be daybreak tomorrow, about 6 a.m., and we are going to have rain showers in southeast North Dakota and eastern South Dakota on the I-29 corridor. It'll just be now pushing up into the I-94 corridor in southeast North Dakota and in west central Minnesota. Just spotty showers across the northern counties. That's how you start your Wednesday. But it doesn't take long to continue its trek to the north. And the rain will be persistent down in the Southern Valley, where we'll have some bands of moderate to heavier showers as we go through midday here. This is the 10 to noon time frame. Now, do you see these little spots of yellow down here near Watertown, Huron, those areas? That's thunderstorms. Those are going to form tomorrow. One or two could be on the strong side south of the Watertown area. For us, watch this thing progress into your afternoon. Here is a look at the 3 o'clock time frame, getting off of work and school, most of it moving into parts of Minnesota. We'll have a secondary band of showers that'll be pushing through eastern North Dakota, stretching from Pembina straight down to Valley City. Then as we go through the afternoon and evening hours, the activity continues to spur its way off to the east. And now you're looking at the midnight hour, midnight on your Wednesday night. Hi, Clarine. Hi, Justice. Good to have you on there. Some good rain heading our way for those of you who have done some fertilizing out on the lawn. Thief River Falls and Wayland joining tonight. Let's go Wolves, Jonathan says. Well, I'm a Denver Nugget fan, but what a series. What a series. Yeah, basketball and cheering on my hockey team as well from the Colorado area. Those Colorado Avalanche, though, struggling a bit now against those former North Stars from the Twin Cities area. Now in Dallas. Now they hail from Dallas. All right, here we go. Check this out as we go through the late night hours and overnight. This is going to be into Wednesday morning. The showers will exit through the Arrowhead of Minnesota. We'll have some cooler weather, but it does look like we'll have a chance to dry out, and that's your forecast as we go through in hour-by-hour style what you can anticipate heading through your day for tomorrow. Now, let's take a look at your forecast. What does it mean? Whew. All right. Well, I've prepared a few graphics for you. We're going to start with this one. Okay. This one is a look at the risk. It's not a risk. This is the chance of northern lights. It's best tonight. So tomorrow, the chance goes way down, but it still could be possible to see the northern lights in our far northern counties here, where that viewing line kind of ends near the international border. Still a chance at seeing them on Wednesday, but the best chance will be tonight. So as we head through the sunset time frame now, between now and about 2 to 3 a.m. is going to be the best viewing, and the best chance of seeing these are going to be in our northern counties thanks to the cloud cover. We showed you on the visible satellite imagery that there are a few breaks in the clouds up to the north. That's about it. The rest of us will be battling the cloud cover, and the rain showers will be moving on in. So tonight, a good chance of those northern lights. Howdy, Diane. Good to have you on board. And Andrew from Twin Valley, good to have you on board. Anything for Maddock? You betcha. Maddock, it does look like we'll have a chance of some rain showers making its way through. The better chances of rain do look to be, though, off into areas of the Red River Valley as we go through the overnight hours and into tomorrow. I'll show you the rain forecast here in just a moment. Let's take a look now that we've gotten through the Aurora update. Here is a quick look at the forecast for the overnight temperatures. Here is a look at your morning temperatures. Will be near 50 in almost all locations, a few mid 40s out in the War Road area, 50 degrees for Babe the Blue Ox, 46 for Wadena, 49 in Fergus Falls with the Detroit Lakes area, seeing those upper 40s as well. That's how we start the day. And here is a look then at what I am anticipating for the forecast map as we head into the morning hours. So this is 7 a.m. Spotty sprinkles of rain just extending out of South Dakota into the Southern Valley, and that's it. Then, as we head towards noon, that's when we'll have the better chance of rain, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder developing in South Dakota, and locally heavy rain possible. I would not say it's going to be exactly in Fergus Falls or where you see the yellows here. This is just one model's rendition. Keep in mind, there's going to be pockets of convective type precipitation that will be a little bit heavier than what we anticipate or what we see elsewhere. The best chance of just a long, soggy day begins in the midday hour up along Highway 2 and points north and lasts throughout the day. Here then is a look at the forecast by the time we get to the 10 o'clock at night hour. Most of the rain of any significance or intensity will be shifting into central Minnesota. This does include Ottertail, Becker, Wadena, and Hubbard counties. Bemidji, you'll have a chance at some good rainfall and some continuous and soaking showers up along and north of the Highway 2 corridor. So what does that mean for rainfall amounts? Here's what Hutch has as we go into Thursday morning. So the rain continues off into portions of the Arrowhead of Minnesota all the way till Thursday morning. Now, here's how you read these. Take the lower digit. And Hutch says, where you see the blue colors here, the lower digit is going to be likely. We're likely going to see a good chance at a 1/4 inch in many of these places. That includes southeast North Dakota, west central Minnesota, right up towards Bemidji. Now, even though it says Fergus Falls gets 1 inch, Hutch says don't focus on these digits, but that is the potential, as you see, I label it potential for rainfall in these storms. We cannot specifically tell you exactly the track a heavier thunder shower is going to move through. We simply cannot do it. It could be 50 miles one way or the other of this. However, we can tell you there's a better chance at 1/3 of an inch in these areas where you see the blues and the pinks, and some will see an inch or maybe a little bit more. Many of us will see a few tenths of an inch through the central Red River Valley into northwest Minnesota, but it does look like the higher probability for heavier rain will be to your south and to your north. Look at this. Along and north of Highway 2 and maybe even Highway 11 as we go into Walsh County and Marshall County, Minnesota, we'll see some heavier rainfall again. 1/3 of an inch is likely. A few will see upwards of an inch of rain. That's how I want you to read that. Thanks, Justice, for sending the highlights in there. I sure appreciate it. Hi from Williston, Matt. Good to have you on board. You see this out there in the oil patch? Looks like the amount of rain from this model, not too healthy out in the western part of the Dakotas. Minot, same thing goes for you. Could be a little bit more, though, as we see in the Bismarck area and point south for chances of rain there. Here is a look then at your forecast details for the afternoon's temperature. Let's see if I can pull that up for you. Sorry about flipping through the graphics quickly, but here you go. Temperatures in the afternoon will be cooler across parts of North Dakota thanks to a north wind, gray skies, and 50s there. We will manage to make it into the low to mid 60s in the Red River Valley and points east. The warmest weather will be in southern Minnesota. This includes the I-94 corridor, and I do believe we'll have some thunderstorm potential in and along this path. So between, say, areas south of Fargo near Fergus, Douglas County, and you folks in the Alex area, St. Cloud down to the Twin Cities, thunder and lightning in the forecast, temperatures in the 60s to near 70 down to the far south. That's where the better chance of the locally heavier rain, thanks to thunder showers, will be. Barbara, good to have you on board. Thanks for joining me from the East Grand Forks area. Palermo, wow. Nancy, good to have you on board as well. Now let's take a look at another factor in the forecast here, and that is going to be our 7-day planner, brought to you by my friends at Precision Lawn and Landscaping. This is my newest client here and sponsor. So please keep my sponsors at the forefront of your mind. If you need any lawn or landscaping needs whatsoever, call my friends at Precision Lawn and Landscaping. They have Hutch's discount. Hey, I like those folks over there. Yep, they put together Hutch's discount, and that means if you ask for it, new customers who are getting lawn maintenance services can get 10% off. Now, Hutch's discount applies to other jobs too because they call it lawn and landscape for a reason. They do big projects, and if you have one of those in mind, well, new customers will get a 5% discount on those bigger projects. So give them a call today for all the details on that. But again, the 7-day planner shows the heaviest rain will be on Wednesday, spotty showers on Thursday and Friday as we warm back up into the 70s. And then after that, it looks like the weekend, delightful, comfortable, spotty showers Sunday, and then a return for some scattered showers and storms into the early part of next week. All in all, me and Pedro are, well, we're really excited about this forecast here because it looks like more sunshine and greening up of the valley thanks to the weather. All right, that's your forecast. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson and my fine friend who must be a little bit itchy, Pedro, right here. Let me see. Come on, Pedro. You want to say hi? Well, yes, there he is. Ah, yeah. Pedro says there's some thunder and lightning behind us, and that means we're kind of keeping our eyes on things for you, but it's not going to get here until very late at night, right, Pedro? So sleep easy, says Pedro, and have an extra dog bone. Wow, that's kind of weird, Pedro. You're disappearing. All right, thanks for joining me, Pedro. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for passing the good word. Thanks for following Hutch here on Facebook, and thanks for heading over to my YouTube channel. Love to have you subscribe by hitting the subscribe button, and well, go ahead and like those videos too. That really helps me a lot. Bernadine Pedro says, hi, Jody. Hi from Roseau. Good to have you all on board. Have a wonderful night, and we'll talk again.